through COVID. They have been through peril. They have been through Melissa. And here they are, as stars among stars. I want us to put our hands together and celebrate our children. Yes, because the children are why we are here, and we must celebrate them. And I feel good at graduation like this when I listen to the achievement of Bethabara. I feel good. I'm going to sing a hymn. I'm going to start with a hymn, so find it. I don't know if you know this hymn, but you better find them back up nice. Because some people might know the hymn. Well, today is a new day. Give thanks for life. All praise to the Most High. Me save and me sanctify. Now let them stress me. Me a whole of vibes. For the Lord is around us. His blessings surround us. Me no care who like me. Me just a go and show love. Alright, so now you know the hymn. You might be church brother know that hymn too. But today is a good day. And it's a day for celebration. And I am going to be very brief because when I speak with primary school students, I make sure that I remember they won't remember most of the things that I talk about here today. Because their mind is more on KFC for those of you that promised them, so they're going out later, and them collect them certificate and them plaque. That's what they're interested in. They don't really want to hear any graduation speaker. But so we're not going to keep them for very long. We just have to talk to the parents because future graduation I would talk a lot to the students. But I realize the problem with our education system is not the students, it's not the teachers, it's the parenting. But we might get into that discussion. It's 36 years ago since I've graduated from primary school. And because I don't want to feel lonely, I'm going to call some words. And if you can't identify with the words or the phrase or anything I'm saying, I want you to clap your hand. If you can't identify with it, don't say anything, just keep quiet. So as we call the word, if we call the word and you identify with it, clap your hand. And if you identify with the word musician, you just give me some of the music. MacGyver. Okay. White envelope with blue or red stripe on the edges. Telegram. Shoebox. Some people can't come on now. Viewmaster. Roy Forrester. Dennis Hall. Move. Some people don't know what I'm talking about. Lager. I'll go deeper with the lager business. Lager shoes. Shoemaker. This is a phrase, but if you identify the phrase, you will know what we are talking about. Turn. Yes, man, right there, so. It clearly still, but right there, so. Turn. Anybody know what we are talking about? If you know what we are talking about, yeah. Some people don't know all now. There are people that have outside people to pick up Jordan. But anyways, the more things change, is the more they remain the same. And the message is still the same. Give me a little more on the mic because I want to talk to the people. It's welcome time. It's welcome time. I want to talk to the parents. I want to Alright, yeah man, thank you. It's World Cup time, so I want all the persons that are supporting France, make some noise. All the persons who do not support Germany, make some noise. What about the England fans? Portugal fans? What about the Argentina fans? go Brazil go. If you have mind, you can say go home, Brazil go home. And then I say, alright. So I'm going to speak to you on the same purpose as I am speaking directly to parents now. Because I want parents to understand that as these children leave the school, we have a duty to serve them and to make sure that they are successful. And so I'm starting with the P. The P is that we must want our children to become better than we are. We must have dreams and aspirations for our children. And so if we are driving if we're driving a robot, we must want our children to grow up and but just I get one now. I'm not one in the pocket. I make them stress me. They are water vibes. Alright. Yeah, give me a little more value. If we drive a robot, we should want our children to elevate and drive a BMW or a Benz. If we live in a 2-bedroom house, we must in our minds want our children to elevate and to build a 6-bedroom house. And therefore, the attention when we become parents is not on ourselves, it is on them. And we have to understand that as we come to this graduation function. Yes, I know some of us dress up and look nice, but the graduation is for them. What can they achieve? How can I help them to become better? Their future, their life must be better than mine. And so that is the B. What is the B again? No, listen. What is the B? Better. The children must become better than their parents. And then we continue as we spell Brazil. We move to the R, and the R is realistic. We must have realistic dreams for our children. One of the roughest things in primary school Jamaica, in Jamaica is that we create an apartheid system. And where we allow some schools to feel like they are better than some schools and some students to feel like they are better than some students. There's no student here that is better than any other, whether he's going to Monroe or he's going to Navy or Porus. But what we have to understand is that we have to be realistic with them. Sometimes we unnecessarily compare our children and drive some of them into frustration. But God called all of us to be genius, because if you put a fish to climb a tree, it's going to look like he's a dumb animal. Likewise, if you take a bird and tell him to swim, it's going to look like he don't know what he's doing. So be realistic with your child. If he's at 30%, don't discourage him, don't curse him, just tell him, come on, let me take an incremental step. Let's work a little harder to get to 35. And if you get to 35, then you can get to 40 and you work with them. Now let me tell you something. Same people them sit down in here. One go Manchester High, the other go Porus. But if you go to Porus and you support him, and if you go to Porus and you work hard, he can end up, because I know people that have left Porus with 8 subjects, with 9 subjects, and then they end up at the same university doing the same thing. Be realistic with them. Even in our home sometimes, we create an apartheid system. So the child of this place at DC, if DC asks you $50,000, we find it. But if Grass Keys asks you 20, where they expect me to get so much money from? We can't find it. And so that child gets all the attention. Any book, then what them gets. And if I show your support. But you treat cross ease. You treat porous. You treat native as if they are less than. The child is registering it. Because all 10 times we talk about in our discussion when we discuss academics is lawyer and doctor. Lawyer and doctor are not the only profession. We are going to need somebody to be in the farm. We are going to need somebody to be building the house. We are going to need elders. And we might need some people to teach and some people to preach the gospel. And I live long enough to for the people who got top high school and have nothing wrong. I celebrate the students that are going to Monroe, Manchester, DC because they work hard to be placed here and we must congratulate them. But I've lived long enough to see families with bright picnic. They send God traditional high school, send them to university, and they come out and working at the bank. And then one now go non-traditional high school and call non-traditional high school. Him get a skill job and him work, and when problem come and when a funeral time and challenges in the family is the one with the skills that have the money to do these things because he is the one who is the So we have to remember that at all times as we set realistic goals for our children. And so the R is realistic. We now move to the A, and the A is attention to detail. Pay attention to the children as they transition to high school. You must know one of them best friends. You must look at them book every day. You must know the name of the home teacher. Know the name of the subject teacher. No matter left up them children them, because if you leave them up by them reach a grade 9, they start to lock you out of their phone and lock you out of their room. Because as parents, you must search them phone for my phone with them. See what kind of text message they have. See what kind of conversation they have. You must know things about your children in order for them to do well. Pay attention to detail. When you pay attention to detail, the children will come to understand that, listen, what I am doing, I am not seeking to be your friend. Because too many people in awe of their children. So for them think they can't do nothing wrong. It's always somebody else's fault. It's always the teacher's fault. The other people fault, but this child is my angel. But not the school principal for 11 years. Some of them are angels in the home. But when they get to school and they see their friends, it's something else. Attention to detail. It is very important. So let us pay attention to detail. I'm spelling Brazil the whole way. So we get to the end. Somebody say, go Brazil, go! Say it again, go Brazil, go! Because it said means that we must have a zeal for education. We must put priority on education. What I don't like sometimes is as a big appearance, and I say everybody, especially the mothers, they are always there most of the time. But you have some fathers, if you tell them, say, the people want $5,000 book, he can't buy it, he said the book too expensive, but when the party are keep, he put on the party and he take off